All right, what is up? Welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Tank Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're going to talk about Red One with Chris Evans, The Rock, Lucy Liu's in it, J.K. Simmons is in it, but it's
A little
mostly
bit.
these two guys on here. Yeah, the other two are in it, but not really. Um, but yeah, we are gonna review it. We're gonna give you our rating at the end, our likes, some of our dislikes, and kind of discuss it. So if you are in the live chat, leave some comments, and we'll get to those at the end. We appreciate that, and then shout out to anybody coming in checking us out. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 2,000 by the end of the year. So thanks for anybody coming in and hanging out with us.
When a villain kidnaps Santa Claus from the North Pole, an elf, extremely large and formidable operative, joins forces with the world's most accomplished tracker to find him and save Christmas.
So yeah, we'll start with some likes. Brandon, what you like about this one?
I thought the premise was entertaining enough. You know, I kind of like Hollywood movie or not Hollywood holiday movies like this that kind of deal with that kind of world beneath the surface level or when it comes to like kind of Santa holidays, stuff like that. Kind of reminded me of Santa Claus in some senses of the word. I thought from a visual standpoint, the North Pole was really fun, kind of how they set that up. I liked J.K. Simmons' bit part. I thought The Rock was pretty entertaining in it. Heck, I thought Chris Evans was really entertaining in it.
Yeah.
The way they played off each other was you know, it was a holiday buddy cop movie, basically.
It was. Mhm.
So I liked that. I also liked the villain played by Kiernan Shipka. I think she's kind of
Yeah.
I've liked her ever since Chilling Adventures of Sabrina and Totally Killer and uh like some of the other bit parts that I've seen her in, so I thought she was pretty fun to watch. Um but yeah, it kept me entertained. I'm pretty easy to I'm pretty easy to please during the holiday season.
For a holiday movie, was fun. It was just a fun, stupid, idiotic holiday movie with actors that are kind of work off each other really well. Chris Evans is good. Dwayne, did a great job. There are things that there are problems, but it's a silly Christmas movie. My only question is why you had to spend $250 million to make it. But besides that, it was fun. It was good. It was my kids loved it. And I told them simmer down because I'm not going to watch it twice. But it was good the first time, so that's all I needed.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm right there with you. It was fun. I don't get why all the hate. It's not the greatest movie ever. It's not the greatest Christmas movie ever. It's not the greatest in any category, but it was fun enough where I wasn't bored at any moment. All the visual CGI, the costumes and how people looked. Krampus looked awesome. So a lot of the stuff the polar bear was awesome. So a lot of the graphics were good. There were some like smaller roles that I always enjoy seeing Nick Kroll. I'm a big Nick Kroll fan. So seeing him, he always does like goofy things anyway. So seeing him pop up was kind of like, oh, hey, cool. But yeah, that's about it for me. What about negatives? What didn't you like about this one, Brandman?
I think they could have went further with the premise. Because we see Krampus, we see the Headless Horseman. They could have done more with that. If you're gonna do something that fantastical, I feel like you need to really run with it. I think that they could have done more with J.K. Simmons as Santa.
Dude,
he wasn't really.
Was he in the movie?
Yeah.
He probably had like 3 collective minutes of screen time. I think they could have done more with that. Some of the more kind of supporting elements they could have they could have done more with. So it felt like they kind of limited themselves or backed themselves into a corner. There weren't really too many standouts aside from, I think Chris Evans, acting wise, was like I think he was the main standout, especially since he was kind of. I really like that post Captain America. He's been kind of playing it. He hasn't been pigeonholing himself.
Yeah.
He's back to where he was before Captain America.
Before Captain America, right?
Mm.
So yeah, I think they kind of kneecapped themselves with what could have been, that they just didn't go quite far enough with. I think that was my main hang up with the movie.
Yeah, nothing was great. Everything was just good. Everything was a joke, but it wasn't like, when you rewrite something like this is going to be funny, and you don't go far enough, and it's just like it's like you ready to slap your knee, and the whole time like and it's like, oh, that was funny, but you didn't get the huge laugh. That's kind of, I felt like, the entire punchline of everything that was going on. I was like, I can see it about to be funny. It's about to be funny. Oh, that was funny. And but not like I'm laughing out loud, can't breathe or anything like that. It was different. I thought, did you guys realize Lucy Liu was even in the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, for the 2 seconds.
Like why would you even put me on it, like saying, oh yeah, starring Lucy Liu? What?
Yeah.
When? Like I think that was kind of misleading. It was about two guys. That's all it was. And I thought that was fun in itself, and it should have been a streaming service movie.
They should have cut 30 minutes. It should have been an hour and a half long movie. It should 90 minutes, right around there. Maybe you can go 100 minutes. There's a lot of stuff in the middle where I was like, yeah, okay, you don't need to do this. It was just more reason to put The Rock and Chris Evans together to do goofy stuff, I guess.
Whatever they want to do.
Yeah. But yeah, it just everything kind of was just it felt flat, like nothing, like at any point had it, like I don't even remember Chris Evans' big like moment of realizing like,
Redemption.
oh, I need to be a better dad, or I need to be a better person. Like it just kind of happened, and I was like, whatever. But you had a lot of like Lucy Liu, J.K. Simmons, Bonnie Hunt. Like, these are big names that combined.
Bonnie Hunt. I thought Bonnie Hunt would be great.
Oh, right. I was asking myself the same thing. And
combined between these three great actors, probably had less time than the son. Whatever his son name was, Dylan.
100%.
Like he had more screen time than these three actors combined. But
but not even the actors. Then there's Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus, and like the head elf. Like,
yeah. But yeah, it just was. It felt very flat on everything. Like the comedy was just kind of like there, like Brian said, but it always missed. But with that being said, let's get into our ratings. Now, later, never. Now means you go check it out right now. Later means wait till it is actually out on streaming, and never means just skip it altogether. What are you giving this one, Brian? Man?
I'd say a later, only because it's more suited for a Christmas watch. Like, and when I say that, like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of all about the timing. I'm very selective when I watch these kind of movies. I'm not going to watch this during summertime or something like that. I'm going to watch this during Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, one of those days specifically. So unless you're planning to watch it around that time, you don't really need to watch it. So that said, I can give it a later.
It's literally the definition of a later. Like literally, I don't need to watch it right now, but around Christmas time, if it's on a streaming service, that's why I'll watch. It's literally the definition of a later movie.
Yeah. Like specifically later at this time.
Exactly. Like this is exactly what I want it to be. And it's just, it could have been something more, but I think it's just where it was destined to be. I think they even made it to be. It felt like a Prime movie. It just, It did, and I'm not sad about it. I'm okay with being later. I'm okay with no one going to see it in the movie theaters, and then it might even be a huge success later. On Prime, the most streamed show during Christmas, probably.
Yeah, for me, same as you guys, man. This is, you watch it around Christmas. That's it. If you want a high action movie like a Die Hard kind of thing, and it actually be a Christmas movie, there you go. You know, action. You got The Rock. You got Captain America, giant polar bear. You know, Rock'em Sock'em robots that get huge and knock out a bunch of people. You know,
Mhm.
cool graphics. That's our thoughts for Red One. You know, with The Rock and Chris Evans. If you're watching live, stick around. I'm sorry. If you're watching on replay, leave a comment, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate all you guys. We want to hear from you. So make sure you let us know what you guys think about Red One. But if you are watching live, stick around because we'll move on to our next topic for the night.